Hey there guys, and welcome back to the final part in my celebration series where we're celebrating 1000 subscribers, and in this part we're going to be taking a look at the new series and spin-offs. So without any further ado, let's begin. So we've got Series 1, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3 and Volume 4, and Series 1 is an absolutely brilliant series. It's probably my favourite series from the revival, I think. It's just so consistent and just such a fantastically written series, and I can't recommend this enough. But I'm sure most of you have probably seen it anyway. So we've got Series 2, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4 and Volume 5. It's still a pretty good series, but it's not my favourite. I mean, there are some very good episodes in there. The You two-parter is probably one of my favourite stories of all time. I think that's absolutely fantastic. A very very classic Doctor Who story in many ways. And then we've got the Runaway Bride, which is a pretty decent Christmas special. And we've got Series 1, Volume 3, Volume 2, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and then Volume 4. This is my second favourite series of all time. I think it's a very good series. I know I think this one's quite underrated, but there are some really good episodes in it, like Blink and the Human Nature and Family of Blood. Some very good episodes, and definitely a fantastic series. Then we've got Series 4, which is a fantastic series again. A lot of good episodes, like the Fires of Pompeii, the Sontaran two-parter, Turn Left. Some really good stories, and the Silence in the Library as well is a fantastic story as well. Then we've got the specials with the Next Doctor, which is alright, Planet of the Dead, which is pretty underrated, The Waters of Mars, which is an absolutely fantastic episode, probably my second favourite 10th Doctor story, The End of Time, which is a bit of a crap story in my opinion. There are some elements to it I like, but overall it's a bit of a disappointment, to be honest. Then we've got the Stephen Moffat era with Series 5, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3 and Volume 4. I think Series 5 is a very good series. Probably Stephen Moffat's strongest series, I think. I think my favourite episodes is probably the Angel two-parter. I think that's one of the best two-parters from the new series in my opinion. And then we've got the Series 6 box set, which is probably the most underrated Doctor Who series of all time, and for the revival, I think. I have grown to really appreciate this series over the years, and I think there are some pretty good episodes in it. For example, both two parts I think are pretty good. Let's have a look. Night Terrors I like. The God Complex is absolutely fantastic, but the finale isn't the greatest finale in the world, but it might need a rewatch, but I don't know if I want to rewatch that one, to be honest. Then we've got Series 7 with Part 2A, Part 2B, and then Part 2A, and then Part 1B. It's quite confusing, that is. Series 7 is probably one of the worst seasons, I think. It's just very all over the place and not many memorable episodes in it. I think the only ones I like are Cold War. I think a guilty pleasure is Asylum of the Daleks for me. But overall, it's just a really forgettable episode, apart from the shocking cliffhanger Name of the Doctor, so that's the only memorable thing about it. Then we've got Day of the Doctor, the 50th anniversary special, which is a fantastic special and a pretty good way to celebrate 50 years of Doctor Who, even though it didn't quite do that, but I think given the constraints of it, I think it did a really good job. Then we've got the 50th Anniversary Collection box set, which contains all of that goodness there. I'm not going to go through all of it, but it's a very good box set, and it also has Adventure in Space and Time, which I thought was a fantastic documentary, one of the best things to come out of the 50th. Then we've got Series 8, which is alright, it's a pretty good series. It's probably my second favourite Capaldi series. I think Series 9 is probably my least favourite, and Series 10 is probably my favourite, because I haven't actually got those two yet, which is quite bizarre. Then we've got the incredibly disappointing Series 11. This is the Steelbook version, the only Steelbook. I've actually got the Series 5 Steelbook, but that's somewhere else. But yeah, a very disappointing series to say the least. I don't think I need to say too much more on that, to be honest, because it's just, well, I think everybody knows about Series 11, but if you like it, then I'm not going to call you a shill or anything like that, but because it's your opinion. So now we move on to the spin-offs with the Sarah Jane Adventures, which is a very, very good show, and I really do like this first series. I think my favourite episode is probably Whatever Happened to Sarah Jane Smith. I think that's a fantastic episode. Then we've got the complete second series, which is still good, but not as good as the first. I really like that Sontaran story, and it's probably my favourite, to be honest. And then we've got my favourite series from the Sarah Jane Adventures, which I think this has got some really, really good episodes. I love the first one. I think The Gift is a great episode. The Mad Woman in the Attic, I think, is also good. They're all good episodes on here, and I would like to rewatch this, because this is quite. I think I actually got this on my birthday last year, because I wanted to watch some of the episodes again. Then we've got Torchwood. Now Torchwood is probably my second favourite TV show, although that might be The Walking Dead. But no, it's definitely one of my favourite shows of all time, and I think Series 1 is a very good way to start the show off. Series 2 is much better than the first series. I think it's an incredible bit of writing in this series. And then Children of Earth, well, it just completely blows the first two seasons out the water. It's just an absolutely fantastic series, in my opinion. It's one of the best things RTD's ever done, and I think it's one of the best bits of science fiction ever done. I think it's absolutely brilliant, and one of the darkest things in Doctor Who, I think. I've been watching Miracle Day on BBC iPlayer, because I don't have the box set yet, and that's alright. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is, to be honest, because there are some really good ideas to it. And if I move down here, you can see I've got the David Tennant years complete box set, and the Regeneration box set just behind it. So I won't get those out, but just so you know that they're there. And a little few more oddities as well. We got the Davros collection there, and the Three Doctors box set there, and there's just a little display piece down there. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I cannot believe, I've got that many now. It's quite surreal to think that. But no, thanks for watching, and I shall see you soon.